We're doing it old school this week, everybody. I don't know how long I'm gonna be on here. I don't know if my audio sounds like crap. I look red as hell. I don't care. It's hot in this garage, but we're going old school with it. Got the Chevelle in the background, the podcast party bus shirt going on. It is a great day in general. Great week. I know a lot of you are congratulating me and everyone, but and Riss, and I just want to thank you to start out with. You guys are awesome. The outpouring of support you're giving is amazing. And I just want to start out with that because I really appreciate it. And it means a lot to know how many people really care. But I know what y'all care about. And it's not just me here. What y'all care about is the Xfinity race we just watched. The 2023 Sports Clips Haircuts VFW Help a Hero 200 at Darlington Raceway. Before we get into anything else, before we get into the race itself, I have the results point-wise on the screen. Josh Berry is locked in, heading into Kansas, the final regular season race. We will be there. I will do my best to stream in person at Kansas. Sheldon Creed is plus 56, and Daniel Hemrick plus 55. They would need complete disasters not to make it. Basically, Creed just needs to not finish last, and Hemrick needs to not finish second to last, and they're good. Parker Kligerman and Riley Herbst. That is your battle on the bubble. Riley Herbst is a point up now over Parker Kligerman. They are basically dead even heading into the final race of the regular season. So I'm going to ask you guys now. We're going to put up a poll. By the way, lick that like button, subscribe if you're new. We do this. We're going to do this tomorrow. I'm going to be at my fantasy draft. We are still going to be live afterwards. But I'm going to ask who gets the last Xfinity spot out of these two. Is it Herbst or is it Kligerman? And I will even put the numbers there just in case. Herbst in the 98 or Kligerman in that, if I can spell Kligerman right. Swear to God, I've spelled this name for maybe, 10, 15 years, and I still managed to get it wrong. So the poll going up right now. Who gets the last Xfinity playoff spot? Poll is rolling. So be sure to vote on that one. And Jimmy Leos, thank you for being a member for 5 months, saying hi. That was a great race today. We're going to talk all about this race right now as we let the poll roll. So it was a 148-lap race, went into overtime by 1 lap, an hour, 56 minutes, and 23 seconds, with 15 lead changes among 5 leaders, 7 cautions on the day. Denny Hamlin, y'all's favorite, is your winner today over Austin Hill, John Hunter Nemechek, Cole Custer, and Josh Berry, the top 5. After that, you got Riley Herbst in 6th. Great run for him in his playoff push right at the end here. Justin Allgaier, 7th. 8th is Sheldon Creed. 9th, Kyle Busch, an on-factor all day. Not the greatest year for Kyle Busch. I believe this is the first time ever he has raced in Xfinity and not won a race. And then Daniel Hemrick in 10th. After that, you got Sam Mayer. An eventful day for Sam. Comes home 11th. The 16 of Chandler Smith is in 12th. Then 13th, Parker Retzlaff. 14th, Brandon Jones. 15th, Corey Heim. Raja Caruth in 16th in that Adam Petty throwback. Sammy Smith in 17th in the 18 car. Jeb Burton 18th. 19th, Stephen Parsons. 20th, Brennan Poole. Then you got Jeremy Clements in 21st. 22nd is Chad Fincham. Ross Chastain, again, if you didn't look at the results, you would not know that Ross Chastain was in the race today in 23rd. 24th, Parker Kligerman. Then Brett Moffitt, 25th. Joe Graff Jr., 26th. 27th, Matt Mills. 28th, Kaz Grala. 29th, Ryan Ellis. Ryan Sieg in 30th. Kyle Weatherman, 31st. And the final car on the lead lap in 32nd is Timmy Hill. The 66 car comes home 32nd on the day. Then you got 3 guys a lap down. Anthony Alfredo in 33rd. 34th is Blaine Perkins. Kyle Sieg, 35th. Patrick Emmerling comes home 36th. 3 laps down. 5 laps down for Josh Williams in 37th. And the lone car out of the race, Kyle Larson. I'm going to close that up because we do not have as fast of internet. It's still faster than Xfinity internet, but it is not the normal. So we're going to close that tab up. And while we're doing that on the top of the screen here, as long as it doesn't cut my head off. We're going to give you guys the results, as well as the streaming coming up. NASCAR Weekly Podcast on Eric Estep's channel, if I'm not mistaken. That will be September 6th, Wednesday night. Got a ton of fun, ton to talk about. First race with Darlington, but let's talk about this Xfinity Series race. As Kligerman slowly getting the lead. We're going to leave that poll up for a little bit. John Nemechek on the pole. John Hunter is on the pole for this race. Lap 13 is the first real incident that we see on the day. Sammy Smith would spin off of turn 4. But on lap 16, you have a restart. There's a lot of saves, a lot of contact in the pack, but no wrecks. Like, a really good driving, in my opinion, overall. No wrecks when it comes to early in this race, but a ton of slipping and sliding, tires wearing, as it should be at Darlington. Why it's one of my favorite tracks. We did not get the classic photo finish, and we'll talk about the finish in a moment, but did not get the classic kind of photo finish, crazy finish that we've got in the last 2 races, but it's been a damn good stretch of races for Darlington, especially in the Xfinity Series. Andrew Winslow, thank you for being a member for 5 months. What if I told you Ryan Preece had that dog in him? Yeah, Ryan Preece is a badass coming back with bruised eyeballs, but I would love for him at least to get a top 10 out of this coming race. Man, it would be so cool to see Preece get a win, but just to get a top 5 or top 10, even just finishing on the lead lap with how Stuart Haas has been and how difficult this race is, I think that would be a huge W. But that would end. But we really wouldn't have too much eventful wise when it came to stage 1. There was tough racing, good racing at that. But John Hunter Nemechek wins the stage over Denny Hamlin. Then there's Kyle Larson in 3rd. 4th is Allgaier. Then 5th, Cole Custer. 6th, Austin Hill. 7th is Hemrick. Then 8th is Kyle Busch. Chandler Smith in 9th. And Herbst in the 10th spot. Josh Williams would have a flat to end stage 1. That'd bring the caution out. It would end under yellow. But with that, on lap 51, we have a restart. And Sam Mayer, not the last time he would have contact today, but gets into Anthony Alfredo. Fast pasta goes around. Both of them go around. Caution number 3 comes out. Probably one of the biggest incidents of the day. One of the few incidents that brought out a yellow, but still, nothing huge. Nothing kind of like the spring or like some former races. They restart in lap 59, race their way to the end of the stage pretty cleanly for the most part. Nemechek will sweep the stages, getting stage 1. Second place goes to Austin Hill, not Timmy Hill. Then you got Kyle Larson 3rd. 4th is Denny Hamlin. 5th is Justin Allgaier. Cole Custer in 6th. 7th is Chandler Smith. 8th is Parker Retzlaff. Then Riley Herbst in 9th. Daniel Hemrick in 10th in stage 1. So everything looks all good. We're looking like we're going to have a big battle, I think, between John Hunter, maybe Austin Hill, depending on how the pit stops go, Denny Hamlin, and Kyle Larson. But Kyle Larson ends up having problems, and that wouldn't be the only time. He'd be down pit road at the end of the stage and throughout the stage before calling it a race. They said they had to change a carburetor, but ultimately I don't think they really figured out what the problem was. He's a Cup guy in Xfinity. He has nothing to gain from just puttering around in last. They called the day for him. So the pick of everyone, chat and podcast guys alike, goes up in smoke, and so does the chance of a sweep for y'all. So, and all of us. But tough way to end the day for Larson. But I think if he had to choose where bad luck comes in, Xfinity would always take the cake over Cup in getting it. But with 45 to go, you have Kyle Sieg and Jeremy Clement spin off turn 4. Another 2-car incident, nothing too major. But that brings out the yellow again. The top 10 would stay out on older tires, as it only been, I think, 10 or so laps that they'd been out there, while everybody else would pit. And it would be Austin Hill making his way up through the pack with Denny Hamlin right behind him. Those two would be the ones fighting for the lead and the win. With 23 to go, Hamlin would pass Austin Hill for the lead, but that would not be the end of the race by any means with the competitiveness. Because with 16 to go, we would have Ryan Sieg spinning. He would bring out the caution. And with 10 to go, you got a 10-lap shootout, it looks like, for the win. You have Hill and John Hunter Nemechek on the front row. Hill gets ahead of Nemechek. Then Hamlin gets by Nemechek as well with about 7 to go. Hamlin's on the charge. Hill's on the defense. It's looking like it's just shaping up for a classic finish. And, well, with 6 to go, Sam Mayer again gets into a car. This time Parker Kligerman putting him around. At this point, this puts Kligerman way back in the pack. Screws up a ton for him when it comes to the playoff picture. He is now, like I said, down by 1 to Riley Herbst as it shows on the screen for me. And it would lead to an overtime finish. On the restart, Hamlin and Hill are on the front row. Hill has been having problems with restarts all day. Doesn't get the greatest, doesn't get the worst either. But because of that, Hamlin gets ahead. John Hunter Nemechek and Hill are battling, and Denny Hamlin gets the win in this race. I personally thought it was a pretty fun race overall. I didn't think it was necessarily anything to write home about. Darlington standards, I guess we could say it was a bad race, but not really. I thought it was honestly a pretty fun race, all things considered. I like the slipping and the sliding, and I'm hoping the Cup race, much like it was in the spring, kind of equates to the same thing and the same kind of fighting for position for the win, everything like that. I really think that this is setting the stage for a fun race tomorrow. But Noah Coleman, I think, says it right. Nothing special, but pretty good. I think a solid race is not that bad. But I can see why people would be upset with it. I'm not, but it is what it is. Let me see. I'm gonna text somebody. They're eating right now, but I want to see if he'll come in for a cameo. So let me get that, and I'll see if he gets back to me. He might come in the door over there. So if I'm looking over there, there's people coming in, and then we can get a bit of a cameo. But I like what people are saying. Yes, there will be a cameo. Remember, we had a cameo with Eric at one point. Oh, here we go. We do have a cameo coming in here. No, don't worry. You don't have to be quiet with it. Here, come on into the camera. I'll give you the Zoom call showing. So there you go.
What's up?
I'm gonna get a water so you can get the chat.
Let me talk to these. On y'all, boy Darren Gilliam, aka Black Flags Matter, on YouTube. Maybe one of the most annoying NASCAR YouTubers on earth, but it's all good. It's all good. I can be a little bit extra. But how about that race, y'all? Was that a race or was that a race, bro? I don't know. Something about that Xfinity package, bro. It is something special, man. It's something special. See, you gave me the mic, so I'm gonna be talking. But what's this poll we got here? What is this? What's this poll? Let me see. Man, y'all wrong for that, bro. Herbst is gonna make it in. I mean, he's 1 point to the good, man. Y'all need to start showing Herbst some more respect. All right, those previous 2 races before Darlington, that wasn't his fault. Not his fault, y'all. All right, that was the mechanical failures all on Stewart Haas Racing, and we know the situation they're in. So, but yeah, sorry if I got some food in my mouth. They make some. His grandparents make the best food. Oh my god.
I'll come in. So we have to talk back and forth like this on the mic because it's cancels out. I don't know. I think Kligerman's team overall performs better than Herbst because I can't rely on the SHR cars. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, there's a case to be made. But I mean, look, Herbst, obviously, for years and stuff, make the case, he sucks and that. But look, he hasn't been that bad, past couple of years, do I think he'll ever make it to Cup? I mean, yeah, only because of funding. I don't think he'll accomplish a whole lot, but I don't know if he makes a go at it just staying in Xfinity. I mean, he could be, much more respected for sure. But I'm gonna go with them. You know what? I think I'll have a little bit of faith that they'll, keep their engines and problems intact. But hey, you never know. We'll see. We'll see. But all right, thank you guys so much. I'm gonna go finish eating. It was a blast. This is Black Flags Matter. Catch you next time. Goodbye.
We got one more cameo here. A local Denny Hamlin fan. Why don't you come in? What'd you think of Denny Hamlin winning?
Did.
Oh, come on. You got to speak into the...
I thought it was really good. I wasn't expecting it, I promise.
By the way, thank you guys all for the congratulations. We got one more cameo, and then we're gonna end it off on here. As my God, I'm red. That's just me sweating.
Nervous? Honestly, I don't think he's going to win 2 times in a row. I can hope that he can.
Sweep it.
No, I don't think he's going to. But
Well, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think? And by the way, I want to thank y'all for the congrats and everything like that, and we appreciate it. But what do you think? I won't leave a poll for it because we're gonna end off pretty quick here. But do you think Denny Hamlin sweeps tomorrow? Give me a yes or a no. W for sweep, L for no sweep. Let me know in the chat. I want to see. I know there's a lot of W's going around, but I'd like to see what you guys think, and then we'll end it off on it. Remember, she's a Hamlin fan, so like if you make her mad, I'm the one that has to suffer for it.
no, it can hurt my feelings.
Well, we got one W in the chat, one L, N, and a lot of L. Well, we got more W's. I don't know. We're looking at let's see what we got here. MTJ. I think we're looking at, I'd say 30% of them are saying there's a sweep tomorrow. So, well, oh, yes.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, well, I don't know. You're probably gonna want to go back to eat. I want to eat, and I think we covered just about everything. I'll be back tomorrow night. Darian, maybe. You'll be enjoying yourself away from a fantasy football draft. But I think that about covers it. My computer's on fire right now. You're getting blocked, by the way, by the mic. Okay. So that'll cover it. I enjoy everybody jumping on in. Be sure to check it out tomorrow night. And then also the podcast on Eric's this Wednesday. Going to be a whole lot of fun. But until next time, have a good one. Have a good weekend. Enjoy the college football if you do, and your fantasy drafts and the holiday weekend. I'll see you tomorrow. Later.